Our heroes learn that there are dragons on the moon. Other things happen. They get a high-quality education on the Underdark's highest class, but there are dragons on the fucking moon. Mercenaries in Retrograde.
Don't know if that's a good thing. Okay, keep telling us things.
Yeah, so she like reaches over to the table that's kind of in here, and she kind of like grabs something from it, like she's reaching for a piece of paper, but she kind of grabs a hologram with her, and kind of like puts it over the like dark window that you guys are just seeing rocks out of.
Oh my god.
And she kind of like uses like two fingers and scrolls up, and as she does, you get the image of this very beautiful amethyst crystal elf. Give me 1 second to open their picture so I can describe them to you. Yeah, so you see this purple elf. They have really dark black roots that kind of ombre into this nice like purple color, and it's all different like kind of shades, so it looks a lot like the rock itself. They are wearing this like nice beautiful like green undershirt and these beautiful long ceremonial sorcery House of Amethyst robes. And Honey is like, so this is head of the Royal House of Amethyst, Cornith Merrick. As the head of House Amethyst, Cornith is a very powerful sorcerer. And despite the House of Amethyst being the smaller of the three, they do have the most sway because they are most involved with the politics of Amasteria. They're really easy to talk to. Just that can be a downfall. They can get as much as they want out of you very quickly. So I don't think that'll be a problem with any of you, but just a warning. They are very charismatic. They are the second oldest of the council. They are 639 years of age. And like you're looking at the picture, this does not look like an old ass elf. This looks like maybe like starting to get a little bit middle aged.
Are they hot?
Oh, they're very hot.
God damn it.
Yeah. Then she kind of takes her fingers again and scrolls. And you're able to see this very very cute feminine looking elf who has like a more rounder white iridescent face and pink hair that kind of fades into the same iridescence as his skin. And he has like kind of like a circlet on, and he's wearing more extravagant versions of the outfit that Honey is wearing. And he's very accessorized. And Honey's like, this is the head of the Academic House of Opal, Artie McAllister. Artie is very accomplished archmage. He is the youngest of the heads, only being 547 years old. But he is very accomplished. He was a professor at the Opal Lyceum before he took the role as the head of our house. And the reason he is able to get house so quickly is because he actually had he was a personal assistant to the librarian who you all met. Yeah. He also has perfect memory, so he's great for record keeping. Yeah. He's social, but he does like to keep to himself a little bit more than Corinth does. And then she scrolls one more time, and you're able to see this half elven individual. Their skin looks more like a closer to like a marble granity type of stone. They actually are the first of the heads of house that you've seen that have like visual like facial scars, and like looks like they have been through a war. And they have she has like a mohawk kind of, where like the sides are shaved and there's like the streak in the middle of white hair, and then the streaks down like the front of the face of white hair, and like the hair closer to her scalp is kind of more of a grayish color, and she is not wearing the same like flowing robes. Instead, she is wearing full plate armor, with her like she has like a helmet in one of her hands and a sword in the other.
Oh, I need her.
Hello?
And then Honey points to her and is like, head of the courageous House of Howlite, Evelyn Quinn. She is a brilliant tactician and a very formidable opponent. She's pretty much proficient in every weapon that she's ever held, and is the only head that was alive during the tail end of the war. She is 987 years old.
Do they talk about it?
Well, she was a baby, so she doesn't really know much about it besides what her parents told her, but she doesn't really talk that much about it unless it's important. So the House of Howlite, basically they take care of defenses and stuff. Their crest, and like she kind of like zooms in a little bit on like the top corner of the plate armor, because there's like a cape that's like pinned to the armor, and on the cape there's like this little crest, and she like points to that, like you saw this on Jax, it's on all of the House of Howlite members. It's they're pretty much just what keep us safe down here. They're also the reason why for a while we just haven't really been too involved with what you guys do up in the surface, just because like they protect us, and you know the war was happening and like there's a lot of uncertainty after that as well, so they're very they like to keep us safe. And she's kind of wipes her hand down from the hologram, and it dissipates. She's like, so if you have any specific questions about that, I can go further into detail. If not, I can kind of like go through what I think they might ask you guys to do. I can't be certain though.
That would be good.
I would love that, actually.
Would like to know what we're getting into.
Just a bit.
1 second, and she takes a sip of water.
Oh my god, this is so
Oh my
immersive.
god.
It's so immersive. I just watched Mac take a sip of water when he said it. He took a sip
Just
of
like
water.
her.
Oh my god.
You all suck.
Oh my god, and he flipped us off just like she did. Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's so immersive.
You are nightmares. Yeah. So she kind of sits forward in her chair a little bit. And she's like, so I'm not exactly sure what they will send you guys on. But a lot of the times they send people on kind of a reconnaissance mission of sorts. A lot of times it's both to either deliver a message or get a message from some of their outlets that they have on the surface. Normally it's that, and you have to bring back something from where you're coming from, like an item, or I know like a few years back, there were some people who got sent to oh god, what's it called? The floating one.
Methlon.
Yes, thank you, Simmon. Got sent to the like exterior islands of Mythalon to go to some of the ruins that were up there to grab some stuff.
It's very far away.
Yeah, luckily though, because Amethyria has 2 entrances that are easily accessible. We can get to either end or either continent pretty easily. So
Oh, that's good.
yeah, so it shouldn't be. Hopefully, they will send you to somewhere that's closer to Renaissance, because that's where you guys will be able to go to Hell once you've completed this mission. But I don't know what they're gonna offer you. They might also offer you a few options. So they tend to be, especially because this mission, if I will let them know that you have experience in Hell, Celeste, so they will probably be a little bit more lenient and let you guys kind of choose what you want to do,
Okay.
especially because you're already seasoned adventurers.
We're seasoned.
I was gonna say, we got like some paprika on us.
Yeah,
Some...
I was gonna say, if you guys were a spice, what spice would you be?
Garlic salt.
Garlic salt. That's a good one. That's a real good one.
No, I do think I'd be paprika.
I like that for you.
I
I
think
feel
Cinnamon.
I would probably be like mint. I think.
That is a good
That's
one.
good. What about you, Simmons?
I think. Oh God, I just blinked on every.
Luna, you too. What spice would you be?
Uh,
I know my answer.
you go first. I don't
What
have
would you
one.
be?
I think I'm mustard.
Mustard. I like that.
Like mustard or mustard seed?
Like like with mustard seed.
Yeah, that's good. That's very good.
I think I would be, I don't know, something spicy, I think.
Basil.
Basil?
That's
not
not.
spicy.
That's not spicy, Celeste.
It's not. But I've been thinking it since before you said that. It's also not a spice. It's just a leaf. Everyone, stop looking at me.
I love you, Celeste.
I think I would be like, I don't know, like cayenne pepper, I think.
Oh,
I think
that's
that.
Oh.
That's fun.
I think I'd like that, yeah. And Honey's like, okay. now that that's squared away,
Yes, it's very important.
very important. They will probably like you to come in, introduce yourselves. They might ask you a few questions, they might not. And then you guys will probably be given the task. And you can leave from there. I would recommend just checking out the city before you leave, because it's nothing like stuff that's on the surface. So
All right, I would love to do that. Is there like wrong answers to the questions they ask?
I mean, I think the only wrong answer would be like if they're like, are you adventurers, and you said no.
All right, okay.
The questions are going to be just basic.
I'm
like,
here to commit treason. Like,
yeah, like the basic. Please don't say that one, Algernon, my dear brother, because I will get fired and then
I
probably
was not going to
excommunicate it.
say that.
I never know.
I'm giving Simmon an example of what not to say.
Yeah,
And now I won't say that.
don't say that. Don't say. I don't know. Don't like go into deep lore about your life history and the tragedy of your backstory. Like they don't.
I'm kind of that.
Yeah, I don't think they would be mad. I just think it would be unnecessary.
Of course.
Yeah, I think just bring up, honestly, like Celeste, if you want to just say your full name, that you're from Hell. Like I feel like those are questions that will be asked.
It's that was kind of my plan.
Yeah. I think it's not like a full, like it's like a job interview, but it's also not. You don't have to be stressed about it. You pretty much already have the job. They just want to see who will be doing it.
Cute.
I have the most qualifications.
You do.
Yeah, for anything that I've ever had before. Like, this is the most qualified I've ever been for something. So I'm, for once, not concerned.
Well, that's good. At least one of you is concerned and level-headed. Yeah. And yeah, she kind of like leans back and it's like, yeah, I think that you guys will we'll be fine. Actually, I'm gonna roll a history check for her as she's thinking. Yeah. I do think I recall they were talking about in a previous meeting that I had attended before I left for my ley line survey, is that they were thinking about getting back in contact with some people in the Drake Nest Slopes, which you all know is a set of mountains on the side that is right by like right in between where Fleur and the Shadowfell Forest is.
Okay.
It's in like that stretch of land. You guys actually saw them when you guys were traveling. Yeah, you guys went on the grasslands, but the other way was the mountains.
Mountain.
So you could be sent there, but that's the only one that I know about.
Well, only one way to find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys kind of have a nice little train worm time.
I love worm time.
I love worm time. I love it. I love the worm. Mac, I love the worm so much.
The worm is
really good.
Worm is really good.
Worm is so important.
I'm glad you like the worm. I thought about it the other day and I was like, yeah, this 100% exists. Actually, can somebody else roll me a flat d20, please?
Not me this time.
Can I do it this? Oh, okay, Henry, go do it.
Do it.
No, Henry, go do it.
I do it.
No, Henry, go,
I don't
please.
do it.
If you want to
Why
do it, I'm
do
gonna
it?
fucking do it.
4. Are you happy,
Jesus
Elliot?
Christ.
Yeah, nothing happened.
I hate it when this happens. It's so scary.
Yeah,
Oh.
nothing. There's a little bit of bumpiness in the pathway, but nothing too crazy.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there anything you'd like to do on the worm?
I'm sitting with Simmon staring out the big window.
I'm also staring out the big window.
You see Simmon write down in his notebook, petition to replace Charlie with worm in Renaissance.
I don't think that would work very well, but I support your dream.
Yeah, as you guys are kind of just watching the window, you actually see as you guys pass through this like kind of pocket that's in the like cave system that is carved by these worms, and it's just like this beautiful like open, like it's a very small like area, but you're able to see just like thousands of just like crystals like built on the rocks that you're able to just see like a pocket of, and it only lasts for like a minute, but then you're like past it. But you just saw like a little vein of crystals, and it was very pretty.
That's so cool.
You're able to like also tell because you're like looking. The worm emits like a slight like glow to it, which is why you were able to see the crystals in that
I love that.
pocket.
We're on a glow worm.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, Honey is like it should only take us another hour or so to get there. If you guys want to go to the dining cart and get food, that's probably open if you'd like, but otherwise.
Oh.
Hmm?
I was gonna get food and then I realized I didn't have any money.
I'll
So you
buy
got-
you food.
No, you don't have to buy me food.
Well, I don't want you to starve.
I'm not gonna starve.
Well, you could.
Look at
You
me. Do
want
I
to-
look like I'm close to keeling over and dying?
Mm.
What is that supposed to mean?
Come get some food with me.
Okay.
Yeah, and you
Simmons,
guys make
you also need food.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I will buy you food also.
Oh wait, no, I got the money for it. I was just saying yes. I'm.
Oh, well, then come with.
Yes, I'm coming with you. That's what I'm saying.
Luna, honey, you
Yeah.
wanna
I thought you were calling me honey for a second. I was like, we are not close enough for that. But then I realized that's her sister's name.
I think you would kill me.
Maybe a little bit. Yeah, I'll come with. And honey's like, yeah, sure, why not? I guess we'll all just go harass the cooking staff.
Okay, no, we all go.
Yeah, you guys, the door is like a sliding door. It just opens when you guys are in front of it. And you guys head on down the hallway to where like the dining cart is. This area is like there are pockets where there are windows, but it's not fully see through like the like your wall is. It's just a cute little like dining area. It's kind of like a little bit like a 50s diner-esque vibe. But there's not like roller skating and stuff, but like that's what the layout of this dining car looks like.
So cute.
Yeah, yeah, you guys are just sitting there. You see there's like a few other people who are just like sitting around, talking, eating on the worm. You see like there's like this older human person just kind of like sitting off to the side. Like they have like the entire like table, it's just them. The entire table they have in front of them is just like filled with like notes and like a bunch of different like it looks like if you want to roll a perception check, you can see
Obviously,
what
absolutely.
what they're writing about.
Fuck! 0.
0? How did you get 0?
2 minus 2, baby!
It's not even a natural 1.
That's so funny.
Oh.
Yeah, Simmon, you're unable to make it out. It's in a language you don't understand. You're able to see this person. They look like they're very engrossed in their work. And you said you got a 0 on perception?
Got a 0.
Can you roll me a dexterity save?
Hello? Okay.
Oh my god.
18.
Okay. Do you have coffee with you at this moment?
Oh, that's a good question.
I would assume so. It's you.
Probably.
You just barely managed not to accidentally spill all of your coffee on this person's notes
Jesus
as you
Christ.
walk into their table.
Oh,
Simmons.
my sincerest apologies.
Yeah, they just kind of they have like these like tiny little glasses on the end of their nose, and they kind of like just look up at you, tired, and they're like, "It's whatever."
Yeah, and you seem very engrossed in your work, but as a fellow scholar, I'm just curious what you're working on.
Yeah, they like do like a slow blink, and then they're like, "I'm doing some moon research."
Okay, all right, some moon research.
Yeah, like not specifically like religious moon research. That's like a separate like subset. That's not what I do.
Of course.
I'm actually studying the different life forms that are on the moon's moon.
Is this news? Do we know that?
Make a just like I would say just a flat intelligence check.
I roll this as
You all
well.
can, yeah.
Oh my god, that's a 10. That's a 10.
I rolled an 18. Plus
Celeste, are you also going to
3
roll?
is a 21.
Lark.
Sorry, my brain turned off. I'm so
No,
sorry.
you're good.
What am I supposed to do? I'm so sorry.
If you want to know if Celeste knows that there are life forms on the moon, you can roll an intelligence check.
I'll roll, but I feel like why would she know? How smart am I? Where's my 0. So 15.
You did better than Simmon. Yeah, so you know what, I'll say Celeste, you've heard like vague rumors, like it's like a bedtime story that there are spirits on the moon's moon.
Oh my god.
Algernon, what did you roll?
23.
Yeah, you know, you've kind of like you've talked.
Wait, 21, sorry.
Yeah, it's still fine. You've talked to your mom before, like she like has talked like briefly about some of the gods and stuff, and you know that God Moon Kara is not only the god of the moon, but they are also a god of dragons, a godling of dragons. And there are dragons on the moon.
There's dragons on the moon.
Not just the moon.
Yeah, on the moon's moon. Yeah, and so Simmon, you don't know about this at all.
Yeah, they're dragons.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dragons?
that's real?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can pull
It
up a
was
chair.
real.
Please tell me about the dragons on the moon. I've never heard of this. If you don't mind, I don't know. I'm sure you're busy. I'm sure you're very
Yeah,
busy.
I mean,
Mr. Boot, sir.
it's fine, but basically I'm just like doing research on like how the dragons kind of like made their way from space to here, because that's kind of like up in the air. It's theorized that like meteorites are dragon eggs, but I don't know how true that theory is. It's not very set in stone. And the dragons that are on the moon's moon are kind of different than the dragons that we have on our planet. Like there's different subsets of dragons, but specifically the dragons that kind of inhabit Mythalon are different than the dragons that inhabit the Drake Nest slopes, which are different. They're both different than the dragons that are on the moon, from what we've been able to get from research.
Fucking insane.
Note it.
Brilliant, beautiful stuff. This is wonderful. I'm so glad to know this. What is your name?
Oh, my name is Avery.
Just Avery?
Pleasure to meet you, Avery.
No.
Any last name or?
Yes, but I don't give that out freely. You know the Fae exist,
Very
right?
smart.
Oh, yeah.
That's so.
You know the Fae exist, right?
Oh, he's aware.
You know, he's almost too aware.
Trust me, he knows. We killed
But
a
yeah.
Fae.
Oh, well, that's great
We
for
did.
you.
It was pretty cool.
Did you keep the blood?
I did.
Oh, you can use it for spells and stuff.
Like what? I'm a big fan of blood.
Well, here's the thing. they have like moved their stuff so like you guys can sit down and like talk to them. Like they've put it all into like a little binder that they have, and they're like, here's the thing. It's not really like you're not really supposed to use it because it's dangerous. But you can use it to like empower your spells. It's just that sometimes you'll have a bad side effect. And mechanically speaking, for you, the player, it lets you cast something at a higher level by using a lower level spell slot. But if you roll a 10 or lower on the dice, you have to roll in the wild magic table.
Oh my god. Holy shit. Question, DM, how much of this Fae blood do I need to do that? Like how many times do I have this for?
Did you take a vial or like a glass? Because I think I remember you taking a vial.
I think it was
Vial.
Yeah, I think it was a little like vial of.
Yeah, the vial you probably have like. So it depends also on like how empowered you want to make the spell, because that will also change the DC for the wild magic. So if you want to cast a first level spell at third level, then it would take 2 uses, and I think it has like 5 uses in that vial, I would say.
Okay, this is so cool.
Yeah, so like as you the DC gets harder, and once you like bump it up by like 4 spell slots, then you will roll on the magic table.
This is crazy. I love this so much. I'm so glad we went to the dining cart and talked to this fucking person.
Imagine if we said no and we didn't make a new friend.
You didn't meet Avery.
Imagine if we didn't meet Avery.
There are so many NPCs that just kind of exist a little bit in my head.
That is crazy.
I'm in love with Avery.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah, and they actually have like a little cup of tea that they're drinking. Yeah, they're an older individual. They're like probably like in their 50s, maybe 60s. They have a lot of like gray streaks in their hair. And they have like the tiny little glasses on the end of their nose. But yeah, you guys kind of like just have a little conversation with them as you get some like food. Honey isn't interacting with them just because she's not really in the mood for socialization. So she just grabs her food and heads back to you guys' little car. And yeah, you guys learn about the dragons that are on the moon.
Fuck
So
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, basically like the dragons that are kind of like inhabited in like on the planet itself. There are the dragons that live in Mythlon, which are like a special species of dragon that can also like transform into human forms. So like they have a little bit more like ability to blend in, but also like just have more of a what am I trying to say? They're able to have more of like a presence in a society. Like all dragons are very intelligent, but like they're able to actually like use it and work with humans because they're more trustworthy because they take human forms. Simmon, you would know because it's kind of well-known knowledge that one of the people on the council that kind of rules over Mythalon is a dragon, a green dragon to be specific.
That's so cool.
I love this so much. I'm so happy.
Yeah. And then there's the dragons over at the Drake Neck slopes who tend to be like smaller, more like wyvern type dragons. And they have a large like community. They're very like they're more like dogs are than like the dragons that live in Mythalon. So like there's a large like community of dragon riders up in the nests. And then the dragons on the moon are more akin to like Chinese folklore, where they're like kind of like the longer, like long skinny dragons with like the beards. And they kind of just there's just not a lot of information on it, and that's why he's studying it. But yeah, that's kind of all the dragon lore that you get.
I hope we get to meet a space dragon someday.
I would love that.
I also hope we get to meet a space dragon
Yeah,
someday.
I mean, I think that's everyone's hope is just that you get to meet a space dragon. I mean, like, there's a lot of like folklore around them too, of like, they can like grant wishes, and like, there's like I don't know if you knew this, but like the folklore around like shooting stars and making a wish on them kind of is because of like they could have been from the dragon, like that was a dragon's breath, and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I heard about it before, but I didn't know it was real. I didn't know they were really up there.
They are. And you know, one day we'll make it to space and I'll be able to look at them in person.
I can't
But
wait.
who knows? I might not make it. I'm getting up there. And they laugh a little bit, making old person jokes in front of all these young kids to them.
You got a set in stone, but by chance?
Yeah, I do. Why?
I
just all have your phone number.
Yes, you're a wonderful person. I'd love to keep in contact with you.
Yeah, sure. You can have
Yes, we all exchange sending stone numbers.
Yeah, you have a little group chat that's just like a dragon emoji.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dragon emoji.
Every once in a while, you will just get random text from Avery that's like, "Did you know dragon fact?"
Yes.
This is the dream.
This is the best thing that could have happened.
We won Dungeons and Dragons.
We did.
We can all go home now. The campaign can't get better than this.
Yeah.
He's gonna put us in a dungeon.
I'm not gonna put you in a dungeon.
I don't trust you. Anyway, thanks for watching Mercenaries and Retrograde. It's been great. We did it. We dragoned.
Here, we finished the podcast.
Yep, we're done. I can wipe my hands clean. I never had to deal with you assholes ever again.
Imagine if we didn't go to the dining car and we had like
We would
100
have
more
still been
episodes of
playing.
this shit.
I know. We'd have to keep going for another year.
You just have to stay in the dining cart for another 50 episodes?
I could spend 50 episodes talking to
I
Avery.
could easily spend 50 episodes talking to Avery.
Yeah, so you guys you spend like an hour or so in there just talking to Avery.
Oh, that's so nice.
And you guys are actually able to see, like, once you come to like the end of your conversation, Avery has like gathered up their things and headed back to their own pod. You can see out the window, the like you can like see as you like break through like the tunnels into the open area of the Amethyst district. And it is way larger than the Opal district. It is the deepest portion of the Underdark as well. So like you can see like there are skyscrapers that are like within this area. And specifically like a lot of the skyscrapers, because they are so tall, they also connect with the top of the cavern. So it's kind of like one big stalactite, stalagmite that kind of merged together. And you were able to see like there is you can see the hole, which is like really odd because again, it's not like something that's very like common knowledge. But you're able to like see the stars, and like at this point the sun is not visible. But you can see like the slight like faintest of glow that it gives off from where you can't see it. And you were able to see the ring for the ethereal plane like running through. And next to that, like to the hole and like the ring itself, there's like a few like it looks very close from the distance you are from it, but it is a good ways away. There is the largest tower that is the one that goes from top to bottom. And yeah, it's very like where Renaissance is very high tech in a steampunk way. This is very high tech in a cyberpunk sort of way. So there is a lot of like neons and lights and stuff like that. And you can actually see at the very like top of like the cavern, kind of near to the big main skyscraper as well, is this like these like swirling multicolored crystals that are nothing like you guys have ever seen before. And it's this beautiful, just like expansive, bustling city. You can like even see from like, because you guys are up towards the top, that's kind of where the worm comes out. You can see like just like all the tiny people like just moving throughout their day. It's a very bustling city, but it's also just a very beautiful one. Yeah. And you see as the worm makes its way down to a central station that looks like it's always in place, like not one that just gets built every once in a while, like stationary worm docking. You actually are able to see there are a few worms that are already like docked for the day.
Are they sleeping?
Yeah, the worms are sleeping.
They're so eepy.
Yeah, you can also see like there are a few like crystals, because this is also the oldest part of Amasteria. There are a few like crystals that have grown off of like walls and onto like some buildings. Specifically some of the residential buildings, because a lot of the outside walls are residential, where like the inner area is more of like the city and business and stuff. Yeah, and
That's so cool.
It's a very beautiful and new and interesting environment for all of you, except for Algernon, though I don't know if you've been to.
I don't think I've been to
Amethyst
this place
district
before.
Yeah. And so as the worm pulls in, you guys all head off. And yes,
honey, what's that pretty big, pretty funky crystal?
oh, the ones that are very like at the very top.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like how do I word this? Those are considered like the ancestral crystals. It's thought that those are like the first crystals that magics created, and thus created the first crystal elves from.
Whoa.
Can we touch them?
No.
No, why would you?
Hey, Simmon, why would you be allowed to touch them?
I don't know.
Simmon, I love you. Why?
Because what? I'm just curious.
No, you
Yeah.
can't. And I wouldn't advise asking the houses if you could.
I will not do that. I will add that to my list of things not to do.
The only people who are allowed to touch those are people who worship magics.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
And even then, they don't often because it's almost impossible to get to them.
Just like for fun. They can't just like go for fun, just be like, ooh.
No.
Okay.
You have to sign a lot of paperwork because it's also like a liability if you go up there. Like, it's pretty dangerous. You know, especially because
Oh.
you could fall, and like the magic that comes from the crystal is very powerful, so it can easily cancel out if you like cast spider climb on yourself. It will
It
easily
could
just
kick your ass.
it would easily just like wipe it clean, and then you just be falling.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's not great. So no, you can't.
Yeah. I won't.
Yeah, and you guys get off, and she starts leading you towards the central tower, and as you guys are walking, she's like, this is kind of this is where the House of Amethyst does most of their business, and thus is where all the meetings are. It's also why it's the tallest one here, because kind of have to look over everything. Yeah, and you guys head on inside.